Okay, so welcome to your First Six Figures morning show. I am your host, Shay Cannon. I'm an award-winning fractional chief operating officer. Isn't that an old school rap song? Yes, mic check 1 2 1 2. Yes, it is, Stacey. I am an award-winning chief operating officer, and I have an exclusive clientele of 6 and 7 figure CEOs. However, I also have this mission, and my mission involves you. I want to help small business owners and entrepreneurs that are spinning their wheels and struggling to get to their first 6 figures in business. I want to help you get there. I want to help you. I want to show you how to make the money and create time freedom, how to make the money and create time freedom. My freedom looks like living and working my business from anywhere in the world. I started this journey in Belize. I lived in Mexico for 3 years. For the past year and a half, I was in Buenos Aires, Argentina, but I made it back to my favorite little beach town of Playa del Carmen, Mexico. So now I am in Mexico again. Okay. So this is all about giving you transformational information for your business growth. Okay. So the transformational topic of the week has been getting your business ready for more. Okay. Getting your business ready for more. As an entrepreneur, most of us jump in and sell something that people will buy from us. Okay. That's kind of how we start in business. We sell something that people will buy from us. And we start with the people that we know. And so they buy from us. And then maybe they tell a couple of people. So now the people that they know, people that we know and people that they know are buying from us. But now to have a consistent business, what you immediately figure out is you need people who don't know you to buy from you to have a consistent stream of revenue, right? So the first thing you're getting your business ready for more with is marketing. Okay, with marketing. If you need to know how to get your business ready for marketing, check out the replay from Monday because we went deep with it. Okay. Now, after you've marketed and you've gotten in some people you don't know, then you find you need a little help. Right? You need a little support in you servicing the client. And so what happens is you then start to hire. Okay. Now, hiring, we talked about that Tuesday. So if you want to know what to have ready in your business before you start hiring, go to Tuesday's replay. Okay. Yesterday, we talked about the next phase, which is, okay, we are now servicing people we don't know. We have a little help and support as we service the people, right? But now we kind of want to know what our capacity is. Like, how many people can we service at a time? We want to go to the max, right? And so when we talk about maximum capacity with us as the practitioner and how to get your business ready for that, we talked about that on yesterday. So go to yesterday's replay for opening capacity. Okay. Now today is the level that everybody tries to skip to when they first jump into business. Okay. I hope that you have learned, number one, that there are levels to this thing, right? There are levels to this thing. And so you don't just jump into, I'm in business one day and then I've scaled the next day. It doesn't work that way. So you see the different little levels. And now today, we're finally going to talk about scaling. How do you get your business ready to scale? Okay. Well, the great thing is we actually started when we started opening our capacity, because yesterday what we talked about was the number one thing you need is a system and a well-oiled machine for servicing the client, right? We need a repeatable processes that work very well. And we're getting clients in and out. We're getting clients in and out. You need that first, right? Now to scale, we need other practitioners, right? Because before we were the only people that were servicing the client. We had some support roles to help us, but we were really the only person doing the thing that people are paying for, right? So if we want more people to pay us, we need more people to do the thing that they're paying us to do. That's scaling, right? Okay, I'm gonna give you a visual representation of all of this in just a moment. So the first thing we do to get ready is we need to start to build an agency model. The agency model looks like more practitioners, okay, right? Then the next thing we're going to need is more support roles. Just like you needed support as a practitioner, your new practitioners are going to need support, all right? Then we're going to need leadership, right? Because now we're freed up to do other things to bring business in, be the face of the business and all these things. You need leadership to be over the practitioners, okay? Then you need more roles in marketing and sales. Because now that you got more people to service the people, that's more people you have to pay. You need more people coming in paying you, right? So now we need more roles in marketing and sales because we're the face of the business, right? And our marketing can only go so far. We need somebody who it is actually their juju to market, right? They have their pulse on what marketing is. They can help you with strategy and all those things. They're going beyond what your knowledge is. And then you have people helping you to sell. right? Maybe those people are appointment setters. Maybe they actually get on the phone and they are closers, all of these things. But that's kind of what your agency model looks like, okay? So to scale means you are kind of taking the training wheels off, and we're servicing a lot of people excellently, right? But we have more people in our business that are servicing more people. That's scaling. Now, I promise you a visual representation of that, okay? So let me just show you a little something. Uh-oh, I don't want that picture. I don't want that picture either. I want this picture. All right, let me show y'all something. Oh, that's not what I wanted to show you. Hold on, hold please.
Ma'am, what was that?
Hey, get off my boyfriend. All right, so this is a model of what it looks like when we're kind of getting into hiring other people to help us, okay? So it's us, and usually we're still doing the thing that brings in the money. And we might have a VA or an assistant, and then we have other contractors that might be helping with other things. Now, not necessarily practitioners though. That could be somebody that's helping us with our website, right? There could be somebody that's helping us with our automation, somebody that's helping us with social media and graphics, right? Those are contractors, right? But this first model is really still just us doing the thing that brings in the money, right? Now, let's see, am I going to go the right way? Yes, I did. Okay, so a simple agency model is now it's you, right? And you may have those other people, but I'm skipping over them. And I'm saying you now have other people that's going to service your people, your clients, right? So let's just say they're account managers. And then you need the leadership over them so that you're not always getting pinged by the people that you have hired as practitioners, right? Okay. And then next, what it looks like is you have an entire, you like a real CEO around here, right? So I call it the CEO agency model. You're up here. You might have an assistant. You might have a fractional like me, right? And then I might have an assistant, right? And then you have somebody in each area of business. You might have somebody in marketing. You have somebody in sales. You have somebody that is now starting that branch of that actually practitioner branch, right? So you might have the supervisor, and then you have the practitioners, but you might also have somebody that is a project coordinator or project manager that is helping to move the project along in your system, right? So that's like a supervisor for your system, not the people. So you can have a supervisor for the people and a supervisor for your system, right? Because what happens is the supervisor for the people are keeping up with the people. But the supervisor for the system, your project management system, is making sure that deadlines are not going by. It's making sure people are following the steps of the system. Because remember, yesterday we opened our capacity, we created a system. So now we have somebody that's monitoring the system and somebody that's monitoring the people. Okay. So this is what a whole full agency model looks like. And it starts to look like corporate, right? So now each area of your business actually has a person responsible for the area. Okay, so let's go backwards. This is the simple one, right? We got other practitioners and somebody that's leading the practitioners and us. We also have these people, right? Which is I might have, if you the CEO might have a VA and you have some contractors that's helping you with specialized things. So I left them off of this, but imagine they're in between owner and the supervisor. All right. Now, what I want to know from you ladies, Heather, like, oh, what is she going to ask? What I want to know from you ladies is when it comes time for you to get ready to scale, right? When it comes time for you to get ready to scale and you have to hire other practitioners, okay? You have to hire other practitioners. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Let me make sure I pull up my thing. Okay, I can see everything. Are you going to be able to delegate and let go of control? Okay. How hard is it going to be for you to allow them to work your system and not micromanage, right? Because what you need to do is macro manage. And that is you tell them the result that you want them to get. You give them your system, but you give them leeway to help your system be better. Okay. Some of you are out here married to the way that you do things that only work when you do them, right? So let's talk about how hard is it going to be for you to be so far removed from the actual servicing of your client. Okay, I'm gonna start with Glow. Glow, you can put it in the chat if you cannot come off the mic. How hard is it going to be for you to relinquish control as we're going through these versions of an agency model and you're getting more and more far removed from the client? Kimberly, can you come off the mic? Uh-oh, it seems like Kimberly, well, help, I tried to give you a rest, but it comes back to you. Oh, Kimberly, you trying to unmute? Okay, go ahead, Kimberly.
Yeah, I'm muting, but I'm in the office today, so I'm just listening. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem, no problem. All right, Heather, right back to you. How hard is it going to be for you to relinquish that control, boo?
Super hard.
Yes.
Like super duper hard. It took me, like even just teaching the kids how to clean the house. Like, could you just do it the way I want it done, please? Like,
yes. Mm-hmm.
So,
but okay, so that's a great example though, right? So when you were out there micromanaging the kids to clean the house, did you actually feel like you had relief? Did you actually feel like you were free to do the other things that you should have been doing other than cleaning the house?
No.
Exactly. And so
I know.
This is why we're having the conversation, right? Mm-hmm. Long before you even get to the part where you're ready to scale. Because a part of you scaling is going to be your ability to let go, right? Your ability to let go. And I'm going to tell you, the quickest way to hire a person with great creativity that can bring great things to your business, the quickest way to extinguish that light is to micromanage the shit out of them.
I know you're not wrong, because I have been in jobs where I've been micromanaged, and it literally is, FTJ every time you get up to go to work, right? Mm-hmm. Fuck this job, right? Like, no, and so I get that. I think where my biggest challenge is going to come in, and you and I have talked about this before, is that how do I find people to edit the way I edit, the way that I want it edited, but is that really necessary? See, there's a difference, right? So, and you and I have talked about that. So that is, I think, going to be the challenge.
It is. And so one of the ways that we solve that problem is we understand that, good morning, Erica. Good morning, Sylvia. We understand that when we're trying to scale our business and we need to let go and relinquish control, because again, if you are micromanaging your team, then you can't do the things that you need to do and that only you can do, because you're still down in the weeds micromanaging. But if you would give over control, right, and you macro manage, and that is you tell them the result that you want. You say, hey, this is the system that I've used with success in getting that result. Right? I want you to use this system, but I want you to look out for how you can make it better. But your goal is to get the result, right? Your goal is to get the result. Now, another thing is the result and the success of the result is not you being happy necessarily. It's the client being happy, right? Because what happens is, because we are the expert, because it's our baby and all of these things, we got so much emotion tied up in what success looks like when we're not the one that paid to define success. The client did. So I have seen time and time again where the owner or the CEO, keeps putting the workers and the practitioners through hell to get things to look a certain way. And the client was happy a long time ago, right? And let's not forget that as the CEO, we're removed from the client that's being serviced. You don't even have your finger on the pulse of what the client wants. So you have to let go to scale, right? So what Stacy said is, Glow said it's going to be hard for her. Stacy said it's not hard for her. She said, I'm trying to set that up to get more practitioners by the end of this year. She said, I tell everyone that I want to manage operations to bring in the business and provide the perfect space and tools to work well. Yes, I don't necessarily want to see patients anymore. Not at all, right? Now, it's funny though, because while CEOs and business owners are all down in the weeds, micromanaging the shit out of the team, guess what happens? They're lapsing and not doing the things that only they can do, right? So I've worked with teams where all we need is the CEO to be the face of the business because we need that to bring in more business. Nobody else can do that. The team is doing everything else. CEO is not doing their part. So guess what happens? Your revenue stops or your revenue slows down. So while you over here being nosy trying to see what the team is doing, instead of having leadership in place that's monitoring the team and reporting back to you, right? Because that's an agency model. That's actual scaling. You keep your eye on what you're supposed to do. Be the face of the business. Go
Can I ask
and
you-
pitch people. What you got,
Can I ask
Heather?
you a question? I know this, and I know the answer is going to be, it depends, right? I'm already aware, but it's going to be like, it depends, but it's
Yes.
so when you, how do you judge,
Good.
determine, balance, whatever
Mhm.
word you may use, the need to hire someone,
Mhm.
finding that right person,
Mhm.
and then like, I don't know, I guess I don't really know what my actual question is, but it's like, I guess I'm struggling because I would love to bring on somebody, but I
Mhm.
don't know that I have the income to support another person, but I don't have but I get like, to not is also a problem.
Mhm. So I don't understand your question.
I know, just ignore me. Just go ahead.
So no, so let's try to decipher what you're asking. I think you're asking, when do I hire? And we answered that on Tuesday, right? So
We
I
did.
need you to go
My bad.
back. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's all right.
And I was here on
Um,
Tuesday. I was part of that discussion. So yeah, we're good. Sorry.
No, but you brought it up, and now the people that weren't here on Tuesday, they're like, well, what did you show her on Tuesday, right? So to go back to what I showed on Tuesday is, I don't believe that there's a first hire that's the same for everybody, right? And so I take people through questions, and these are the questions, and they are in priority order, right? So the first question you should be asking yourself is, who do I hire first? Well, who's going to help you get to the money that's waiting on you the fastest? Because some of y'all have money waiting on you that you can't get to because you don't have help, right? And then there's who do you need to hire to get money in consistently? Okay, so that's who's going to help you consistently so that you're bringing in more money, right? And then there's what do you need help with to bring in money instead of you being in the weeds, right? Can you come up and be strategy and planning and face of the business and all that? Who do you need to hire to do that, right? Then it's who do you need to hire so that you're not the only one servicing the client, or that you're not the one servicing the client at all, right? Then we're looking at other areas of the business, okay? Where do you're not good at doing something, or you lack the knowledge to do it? We need to hire there. Where is it that you don't want to do stuff? We need to hire there. Where is it that you should not be doing stuff? Because yes, you can do graphic design and it's cute. You're an old Canva expert, but would you pay a graphic designer $150 an hour, knowing that if you go out there and get the business, you can make that or more? No, you wouldn't. So you should not be doing graphic design, right? So as a reminder, that's that, right? So if we go back to our other pictures, let me find them. I think I'm missing one. But let's go, wrong screen, let's go here. Okay. So your agency model looks like you as the owner, and I'm missing the other picture, but if you remember, you have an assistant, right? And you might have contractors, they help you with different things. But now you have practitioners down here at the bottom that are doing the work of servicing your client, right? And then you need to put some type of leadership, excuse me, in between you and them. Or what's going to happen is they're always going to be pinging you every day, every day, every day. You need somebody in between them, in between you and them. Because what happens, and this is mostly for Erica, who asked the question in the comments and on Facebook, so do I need to hire somebody between me and the practitioners? Yes, that's why we have supervisors. That's why at McDonald's, they have a lead, right? Because even the practitioners, what we're doing is we're slowly separating you out so that you are doing just the things that only you can do, right? So then what happens is you finally get to the CEO agency model. That is the scale that you're looking for. That's the scale that rivals like corporate America. There's you at the top, right? And then you have your assistant, and then maybe you have an operations person. That would be me, fractional COO, or some kind of operations leadership, right? Not just a VA. Y'all cut it out with just the VAs. That's why you overworking, okay? And then you have different people in the different areas of your business that will be departments in corporate America. So yes, there's somebody that is responsible for marketing, not just doing marketing, right? They can do strategy and lead it, all of that, marketing and sales and the services, okay? So all of that is going to need somebody to be in leadership for all of that, if that makes sense. So let me see. Kimberly said, I'll be binge watching all replays. Okay, Kimberly. And then let's see, I did more work than the VA. Yeah, because maybe you might need to go back to Tuesday's replay, because Tuesday's replay was all about getting your business ready for hiring. A lot of y'all just start hiring folks and then trying to find stuff for them to do. That's not how it works. Right? So go back to Tuesday's replay, not the blog talk. Go to the morning show replay for Tuesday, where we talked about hiring and what you need to have in place, right? Because basically what's happening, y'all, is I'm building it out for you. So Monday we started off where we're the only one in the business, right? We're the only one in the business, and we've sold to everybody we know, and we've asked them to find somebody else to buy, and we're past that. So Monday we went to the next level, which is we need marketing. Because we need to sell to people that we don't know, right? Because to stay in business, sales needs to be continuous. So once you run out of the folks you know, and the folks that you know, now you need to market, right? So now you're marketing, you're getting in more business. Now you need to start hiring, right? Okay, you're hiring now. You need to be able to, okay, I got people working with me, but what is the actual capacity? Because see, now that I'm paying people, I need more people paying me. So what is the actual capacity that I can service? So now we're going to open the capacity, right? And then after we open the capacity, we got a well-oiled machine. Now we're going to scale, because people, they get growth and scale mixed up. You can grow. It doesn't mean you've scaled, because if you're not servicing the growth with excellence, you did not scale, okay? And let me tell you how. There are people who have hit 6 figures. There are people who have hit 7 figures, and they didn't scale because they round this mug stressed out, overwhelmed. Okay, health issues. Why? Because that's not scale. They grew. There's a difference. There's no amount of revenue that says equals scale. No, are you getting that revenue, and are you servicing them excellently? Are you living your best life? All of these things all at once, that's scale. Right? That's scale. When you think of corporate America and you think of the CEO is not overwhelmed and staying up at night servicing clients. He's stressed out about other stuff. And those are the things you should be stressed out about. Not all in the weeds trying to make sure people are doing stuff right. Right? So yes, Erica says she's going to binge watch the replays too. So when it comes to scale, it really is less about you servicing people and more about having the right people in place. Did you pick that up? Right? Again, you cannot micromanage people. You cannot. Because what that means is while you're micromanaging, things that only you can do are not getting done. Okay? So what's the opposite of micromanage? Again, it's macromanage. And that is where you're managing the result, not the people. Okay? Because when you have leadership in place, the leadership manages the people and they report the result. So you should be managing the result. Okay? Hope that makes sense. I see everybody looking crazy. Look, even people look in the Facebook comments. I know y'all looking crazy.
Hey, Shay.
What you got?
I do have to, with what you just said,
Yes.
It's not funny, but it's funny. Even just recently, this last month, because you know I do graphics, and because of other things that I need done on my side, trying to bring in someone else to assist me with what I do for my side. Mm-hmm. And because I really do like my things to sound like me, I know that that's something that I was doing. I really was doing that. It's more or less of like, no, you line them up. Let me glance at them, because what it is too is when you're walking through your stuff with somebody else, and because it's my stuff, it's mine, it's where I need my voice, I need it to sound and resonate like as if it's me. I'm that person that I need you to speak like they'll swear was me talking. And so I know that, yeah, because I like my stuff set up a certain way, you line it up, I'm gonna come in there and, okay, I'm gonna change some sizes and maybe even change some colors because it's mine. It's not me saying, hey, Shay is my client, this is how she liked it, and I pass it over. Because it was mine, that means I'm really even looking at it even more. So I'm just being a witness to that's even been recent for me, with opening up capacity and knowing that I still need some of my stuff to still be moving while I, work on new things. Yeah.
I mean, but still, what you should be looking for. So again, I always teach y'all, you have 3 different types of people in your business that you have hired: a doer, a thinker, and a decision maker, right? So while you have the doers, you should be looking at the doers to see, is there anybody in there that's a thinker, right? Is there anybody amongst the doers that's a thinker? Is there anybody amongst the thinkers that could be a decision maker? You're always looking to find that person that can fill the spot that you're in, because even though you're saying it's mine, you're just justifying why you're micromanaging. That's all you're doing, right? And so it's not that there's not a place for you to QA the stuff. It's that you should be looking for the next person that can be you to QA so that you can come out of the QA. You see what I'm saying? So who's watching and kind of grasping and picking up on what you like, right? That's the person I would then promote to be the person that QAs other people doing it. You see what I'm saying? This is why when you have corporate America, this is why sometimes they don't do as well and they have such a high turnover rate, because they don't tend to hire from within. They're not even close enough sometimes to hire from within. There's so much bureaucracy and politics and all the stupid stuff going on, right? But I do want to help you with your QA. So I think you've seen this before, but y'all know I like Asana, right? So this is a project management system. This is one board. So you can say, oh, okay, I put this task right here and I have you to create whatever. And I tell you when I want it published, right? Well, what you do is you assign it to them. When they have created it, they put it right here for your review, right? You review it, you put it right here for them to revise, okay? When they revise it, they need to proof it, they need to schedule it. Oh, went way over here. Well, I lost my little tab. Here we go, right? And then so we don't keep this one bogged down when it's complete, let's go over here, right? So if you will remember in the agency model, when I said, eventually you're going to need somebody to monitor the people and lead the people, but you'll also need somebody to monitor and lead the actual system, right? Because at the end of the day, our system for things is going to be bogged down with a bunch of boards, especially if you have clients, right? Your client board could look like this. Or you can have a client board that just has the client and there are different parts to it. See, this is more than one board for a client because she got more than one brand, right? So you can have a whole bunch of boards. These are just template boards. But you can have a whole bunch of boards that could be based on phases and could be based on people. It could be based on things, right? But this is all a part of the scale. This is all a part of having a system. This is all a part of keeping up with the system. This is the actual operations of a small business, right? All of that stuff should not be in your head. It should be where somebody can see it besides you. And the reason why some of you can't go on vacation and why some of you can't be away from the business for a day is because everything is in your head and nobody's in that head with you. So your head needs to always be available, right? So you should be looking on your team for people who can replace you in things that you have kind of trained them. You've gotten things out of your head. You trained them. Now they are thinking like you. They are judging things and quality controlling things the way you would, right? So that is actually how we scale. So the number one thing I want you to leave today with is growth and scale are different. And growth could look like a 7-figure company. But if you know somebody that owns a 7-figure company, they stressed out, ain't been on vacation in 5 years, all these things, they grew, they did not scale. Okay? Scaling doesn't have a revenue number that, oh, you hit that number, so you automatically scale. No, scaling looks like working in excellence, not being overwhelmed, actually having a life. Think back to corporate America. Y'all was working. The CEO didn't come in to after lunch, right? Y'all was working. The CEO was on the golf course making deals. If you can't do these things and your company still runs, you did not scale, you grew. Because again, you should be doing only things you can do. Do you think Sally from sales can go on the golf course and work the deal? Probably not. Not the way the CEO can. So what are the things that only you can do? Erica said automation is helping me to scale. Exactly. But right now you're in the growth phase, because what automation does first is help us grow. Now, what automations really does is it helps us to grow and do things that we need fewer people to do, right? Now, you can have tech in different places, automation included, that helps you be that scaling person or that scaling business, right? Because if it's repeatable and it's being done excellently, then yes, tech can help you with that. So it's the beginnings of it, Erica. Automation is definitely the beginnings. But when you talk about automations though, Erica, most often those automations are in marketing. And what most people don't realize is automations show up in 3 different areas of your business. Marketing and sales, it shows up in servicing, and it shows up in administrative, right? And so most entrepreneurs, when they're saying automation, they're only talking about funnels and emails going automatically and that kind of thing. Well, that can happen in 3 different areas of your business. And so when you're automating, look at all areas of your business. So go back to that client journey that I taught y'all about, right? Every step of the client journey can have automation, and connecting each step to the next step can have automation. So, yep. Eric, I saw you did something. Did you delete it? But yes, that's scaling, right? And so what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is all of these different areas of the business, when you're hitting these stepping stones and these milestones, they look different than what you might have thought. Because from the outside looking in, you don't see the steps that got people ready for actually being on that step. So yes, before you can market, you have to be clear. You have to be clear on your business. And when you're not clear on your business, it don't mean you can't market. What it means is you wasting money marketing. So yeah, I know some of y'all are in the motion of marketing, but it ain't working because you're not clarified as a business. You're trying to work 17 different offers, which what you don't realize is those offers are for almost 17 different people. Because as entrepreneurs, we're not taking the time to get educated on business, right? And so what happens is, what we don't understand is we may be solving the same problem, but we're solving it for different types of people. And that makes us have more than one client avatar. And we're trying to talk to all of them the same. And that's why your marketing is not working, right? When you hire, first of all, you're listening to what other people say you need when they don't even know your business. We already talked about that, right? So it may not be a VA. I've had people try to hire me and I've had to tell them no. One of them that comes to mind was a product-based business. She was trying to hire me to come in and be over operations, but you don't have enough people running your operations. Baby, I'm not going to come in there and work with a product. You need more people that are production assistants to help you with the actual product, right? Because that's not what I do. I'm not going to come and touch a product. And so you don't have enough of an operations for me to lead yet. We need to work on the actual operation. And your budget is not allowing for me to come in and strategize and do all the things, and then you hire somebody. You got to unplug that money. Remember the first priority? You got money waiting on you that you can't get because you're not producing enough product. You need more people helping you to produce the product, right? And so now that we're getting our business ready to hire and we hire, right? Now we need to see what is our capacity. How many people can we actually service at a time excellently? And that takes a well-oiled machine, a system, repeatable processes. That's why you have that in place before you scale, right? I cannot tell you how many people that I know that think that just because they grew, they're ready for scale. So they have 75 funnels and all of these ads and all this stuff. And then guess what? True enough, you get in all the people, but you can't service them. You didn't stop to look at your processes. And let me also remind you, entrepreneurship is not about perfection. It's not. Entrepreneurship is trial and error. So as you're growing, as you're scaling, you got to go back and redo the systems. You got to go back and redo the processes, because the processes was built for that stage of growth, that stage of scale. When you get out of there, the first thing you know that you're growing is your systems and stuff that were working are no longer working. Right? If you think of your business as like a pipeline that has different connections, right? And you have a little water flow, that's not going to do anything to those connections. Okay, you got medium water flow, that's not going to do anything to the connections. The system is still working. But then you start getting a whole bunch of water at one time, full force, you start getting leaks in that thing, right? You start getting busted pipes, because now we need another system. Maybe we need bigger pipes, right? Maybe we need fewer connection points. That's just what entrepreneurship is. So, with the 3 minutes that we have left, any questions about anything that we talked about this week? Anything on the scaling? Anything on the growing or opening capacity? Anything on hiring? Anything on marketing? Look at Ashley. Hey, Ashley.
Good morning.
Look, Ashley, you just came over here to tell the people I'm gonna be with you in Cozumel next weekend. That's all you came on here to gloat.
So I'm going to see Shay in the flesh next Saturday on the beach, sipping on a little drinky poo, looking forward to it.
Look, y'all see Ashley came to visit us no other time. She came in here to gloat. Look at her.
No, the honest truth is I actually got out of bed and I'm being an adult this morning. So I actually,
okay.
I took y'all on the drive to work. I'm actually at the office 3 minutes before my client starts. But actually, I know I'm not running in the door, I'm locking doors. I'm sitting at my desk, just waiting.
Well, I just have to say, I know that
man, I'm jealous. And Erica was on vacation while we were still in conference hill. Erica was on vacation. Really?
I'm excited about 4 weeks from now. I mean, our time is coming. It's coming. Our time is coming. We're what, a little bit over 4 weeks away. So yes,
you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah, I
So
think it's something like
retreat.
I think it's something like 31 days or something.
You got a little countdown. You got some little accuracy.
I might have a little countdown. I might.
So yes, Shawana and Heather will be with me for 5 days, 4 nights for the retreat being held this
Don't
year.
nobody care.
Now look, y'all need to act right. So Kimberly said she definitely needs someone to help her. She's working, haven't vacated forever. So can boosting be considered a part of automations? Boosting what, Kimberly? Are you talking about like boosting a post? Because that sounds like marketing. What are we boosting? Let me know in the chat what we're boosting. Is we using a push-up bra? What we boosting? She said yes. So that's marketing. And it could be a part of it could be the beginning of an automation. Because if you boost a post and the call to action leads them into a funnel, you know what I'm saying? Or the call to action leads them to a lead magnet or something, then that's where it's connected to an automation. But boosting a post in and of itself is just marketing. And it could be for awareness, or it could be for sales. It could be for different things, but it's different. All right. She says, so I need to be clear on it. Yeah, most definitely.
Bye, y'all.
Hi, Ashley. And Heather's already gone. Erica told me she missing out. Cut it out, Erica. Really? Y'all acting like that? Well, we at the top of the hour, y'all, and this was a great week. And yeah, I do say, go back through these replays. Now that you have gotten all the way to scale, go back, because now you've gotten the mindset of scale. Go back to marketing, go back to hiring, go back to capacity, and then revisit scale again with your new mindset. And guess what? We'll be back next week. So if you got questions about it, I'll be right here. Ask me your questions. But this was a great week. Again, man, I just be breaking my arm, patting myself on the back because week after week, y'all, we be getting it in, we get it in, we get it in. So I'm proud to be walking in my purpose because it can't be nothing but purpose because we haven't missed yet. So I'll see you guys next week and we'll see what we come up with. That's the next thing that's for your transformational business growth up in here. But you guys have a great day and have a great weekend. And please do revisit those replays because they were definitely good. Last week was good too. Ahead of Alex Hormozy, y'all